Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Commodity Futures Report for Monday the 1st of August, and we're looking at the 10-year yields here. No change, we've just been looking at this wave 4 pullback here. It still probably looks like it needs to come back a little bit further, but as an A and a B and a C here. But it's pretty clear what we're looking at here is 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, fourth and fifth here. So all pretty clean. I don't see any sort of problem. So once this finishes, we'll see it push up into wave 5 at that point. Now the US dollar here, as you may know, we've been looking at it in the bigger picture here just for a moment, just in case you haven't seen it for a while. Where are we? 1 month. So we're looking at it like this here with wave 1 and 2 all the way up for 3, A, B, C for 4 and up for 5. So I'm just trying to figure out if we've got a top here or not. It does appear that we've got our first impulse wave to the downside. So we can either have an A, B, C pattern through here, or we can have a deeper move down and a currency problem at that point in time. We'll see how that goes, and I'll also do some work on the bigger picture with all of this as well. But let's just cut straight through to the top here. I think we're on 2k ticks, and let's continue with our move to the downside, which is from the top here as 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4 and 5 for blue wave 1, blue wave 2, and then we've just been working lower here. So from wave 2 we're going down to wave 3 that I don't have written here just yet, but we've got 1 and 2 here, and we've got 1 and 2, and we'll be going down from 2, we'll be going down to 3, 4 and 5. There will be a bit of a kickback in here, but will there or will there not? You'd expect it, because it looks like we've got 1 and 2, 1 and 2 in here, and a nice strong third wave, fourth and fifth. So probably get a move back here. If it moves back up here, you can look to sell it there, or buy the euro on the flip side, or whatever other particular thing. But everything's going pretty much according to plan at this point, so we can just move the stop over to this high now. And it did rally a bit higher than I expected, but didn't stop us out, and we're still continuing to look for things to the down. You might also too, just by the by, also have a long position in there, so I better leave that there. Actually, I did move it to over here, but if it does move back up there and you haven't got a position, well then the bottom of the B wave or the rally at that point. But yeah, so it's all heading lower, which is kind of interesting because it supports you know, the S&P 500 and all the sort of stock and equity markets, and well, anybody doing business in the US, really, you know, that's the thing, isn't it? And the S&P 500 is 60% local and 40% international, so different you know, sectors do different things, of course. So obviously the tech sector is offshore to a point, and industrials are sort of onshore. So we're seeing those strong in those sectors, but I won't go into those sectors at the moment. Okay, so the next thing is US spot gold. So one of the things with gold is that in the bigger picture here, we're looking for the A wave, the B wave and the C wave. And as I've been going on about, we've got an idea of 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 here, and then going down for wave 5 here. It is possible, depending on how you count this, that the move back here from this, let's just put this into perspective again, from wave 2 here down to wave 3, or actually down to this point, I'll take it. So that leaves the 38.2% here. So we're trading at above the 52%, 38.2% at the moment. It does look like we want to go higher, so there's a good case for wave 5 low being in place. But yeah, there's still also the little point that we can have another low coming in place yet, because we can see that with stocks and also GDX as well. So is 50% too much from the 38.2%? And can we look at this as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here for wave 4 that could be finished? So here we can see 1, 2, I've tightened this up a bit as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2, then 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 here for the third, the fourth. We haven't really made a new high above here just yet, so I could put wave 5 here, or I could put wave 5 over here. If it's sitting over here, then we'll need to look at this as wave 1 here and back for wave 2, and then pushing up higher at that point in wave 3 at that point. As such, we should just have a look at GDX. So with GDX here, it's pretty clear that we've still got another move to come down, you know, based on this here. I've been all over this. We can look at all of that as wave 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 coming down. We still need wave 4 that can pull back up to the 38.2. So there is, over the next wee while, we'll see GDX push up. But then it can certainly turn to come down, because we don't really have a nice 5 waves from B to C yet. So it really makes me think about this here being an A wave, a B wave and a C wave. I've really tightened up the stop, and I put the stop under here. Now if we move up here, right, then I'm going to move, you want to move the stop up to that, to the next low at that point. Okay, so we're just going to play it really tight here, because we're not sure yet, I'm not sure that that we're actually in an impulse wave at this point, you know. That's the situation. And you know, silver's much the same as well. So the wave 4 here, that's sort of okay back at this level here. We're up in 3 waves. So what we're going to do here, we can certainly have a low in here, that's not a problem, but what we're going to do is we're not going to chase the market. If this is going to be, if a low is going to be in place here, we're going to look at this as wave 1 and 2 in here, and then 3, 4 and 5 up here for wave 1, then the ABC, and then we'll look to go long above the B wave over here, and this will be a bit of a classic trading levels pattern. So yeah, it's not going to go that far. The furthest will go probably be to the $21 mark. But we do want to see a nice clear impulse wave here before we step in for longer trades to the upside. But apart from that, I think everything else is pretty fine in that. I mean, the wave 4 is getting a little bit big now, but we'll just give it a few more sessions here and see what it looks like, and then we'll have a look at the intraday. But I'm not ready to call the low in just yet based on GDX as such. Okay, over to the energy sector. So this is the ETF here, and as I've mentioned with this, we're looking at an A wave, a B wave and a C wave up to the 50-60% retracement level, which is the 80. So we can go in and have a bit of a look at that. So my thing is that it's possible to call, you know, I can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We could look at it as an A wave, a B wave and some other type of sort of pattern here, or we could look at this as an A wave down here, an A and a B and a C wave over here for this and that. But either way, whatever happens, what I want to do here is that once we've got those 5 waves in here, then anything above that we can look to go long on at that point. So we're going to see some sort of classic trading levels pattern at 80, but on the 10 tick chart, we're just going to go straight into that. And just bring in a bit more, that's enough. So I've just been, as we know, been looking at this to the upside here as the A wave, the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So we can look at this as, well, let's just label it here, this as wave 1 and 2 in here. And then we've got wave 3 here that's got really nice sort of, it looks like a nice wave 3. It's still a bit short for wave 3. Could be the third of a third, so we could look at 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here. That's what it's kind of looking at here, but we've definitely got 5 waves in here, but I'm just going to put this as a wave 3 here for the time being. And like I said, if it moves past my 5 wave structure, well then, I mean, I'll have to include this too as 1 and 2 here as well in that when we get to that. But I just want to see, if we're going to go long anyway, we wouldn't go long in front of a large number for this. We want a classic trading levels pattern here for that. And also too, this is Exxon Mobil here. It's the same sort of thing. We've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We could look at the A wave here really, then an A and a B and a C wave up here, but I could also look at this as 1 and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in here for 3, and then an A and a B and a C for 4, and then down for 5. A little bit weird, but What I also need to do here is look at this as the A, the B, the 1 and the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, and the fourth wave and the fifth wave. Now, we know that crude can be part of the stock market as such. So when we're looking at the stock market, I'll just bring the S&P 500 up for a moment. So what we're looking for with the stock market is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 to finish off this top here. And of course we get that from, let me just get another chart up here. We get that from the stocks themselves. So from the stocks themselves, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave. So I'm thinking crude oil basically will be following this little pattern here. We've got a little bit more upside to go, and then it'll turn down at that point. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So same with of course with the S&P, and that will be the same with XLE here, and of course the same with ExxonMobil. So wave 3, 4 and 5, the same as basically the same as Apple, the same as the stock market. You know, that's what we're sort of looking at with this. Because when you take these particular patterns here, they're all really quite easy to count. But when you look at crude oil, it's like, oh, okay, well, what do we do with this thing? You know, it's all a little bit, we're starting to get an impulse wave to the downside here. Have we already topped out here? Do we get a 3-wave move back and then we come down, or do we get a C wave here as I've got here for this, and then a move up? Because I knew from the low here that we would move up, but the first move up that we got here was just in 3 waves, so I knew there was a problem, and I'm thinking to myself, well, should I put wave B over here? Do we look at this as an A and a B and a C to here? And then I thought, okay, we'll look at this as 1 and 2, and then we could probably look at this as 3, but this is coming down here as 5 now. So I'm thinking, I'm just getting overlapping wave structures here. Are we looking at a bigger wave B here, or have we actually topped out in this wave C here? Do we go an A and a B, or B, a B, a B? It's pretty hard to sort of fit that in there. The only way I can look at this properly is 3 waves here. So an A wave here, then an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave here. And then a C wave up here as well, but none of it counts very well. So I have to say I'm a little bit sort of lost, and that's why I spent a little bit of time on EXL, XLE, and the other one. So look, there's nothing really. I mean, we've made a new high here. I mean, maybe we could look at this. I mean, maybe I could put wave B here and have wave C here, and look at this as an A, B, C, D, and E here for wave B, and then have wave C sitting here. Because we get 5 waves here, we're going to have a retracement another 5. So we could be on our way down. We haven't reached my 50-60% retracement level. So there's stuff here I don't really understand at this point in time, you know, because we're also looking at this a little bit like gold as well, in terms of this A wave, B wave, and C wave over here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It all fits quite nicely. But I'm just not feeling the love of an impulse wave to the upside, you know. So I just think that we need to wait a little bit, or just at least understand ExxonMobil and XLE here to see these guys to finish off, and we'll see what it looks like at that point. So yeah, still don't want to do anything here. And even if we do get 5 waves down here, then, and we, you know, think we're going to come down further, you know, we could probably short this one here. We'll check on that over the next day or so, but we could short that. But in the bigger short, would have to have this 5 waves here, and then have an ABC pattern here, a retest of that trend line or something of that nature, and then look to short down here. But we would need to be very clear about this here, because if this was an A wave and a B wave to here, then we could come up for the C wave. There's something going on here that's not very clear at this point, but that's why I want to bring the stocks into it and some of the other markets. Okay, over to natural gas. So natural gas, bring this across and see what we're looking at. So last time we spoke, we looked at this as wave 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave and fifth wave, and all that was pretty okay-ish. There's a slight problem in there of wave 3 being a little bit smallish. And then we thought we'd look for the ABC back up here, and that was going according to plan, and then the market fell out of bed here today. So I'm thinking that I might need to change this, and change it in the way that bring wave 5 over to here, bring the A wave and the B wave and the C wave over here that hasn't really occurred just yet, and bring wave 3 here and wave 4 here, and look at this here as little wave 3 in here, little wave 4 in here, and that can go over there. We can bring that to here. The good news for the bearish side, and then this gives us a nice longer wave 3 here, and then wave 5. Now, we were looking to go short, but we can't do that there. We can put it under here now, and if it retests that and fails, because it will either retest this trend line here, or retest the 8 here, and then drop, or it's going to make its way back up here. So that's the short thing here. It hasn't really changed our view on the situation, because last time we spoke we had 5 waves here and now we still got 5 waves here. So in one way or another we're going to be going further down. The question is do we go back up here? And we can short it in the box. We were thinking about that, but now we can do that again, and we can look to short it over this side. The other bigger question with all of this too, we've got to be a little bit careful and try to understand if we have an ABC correction here, but we can short it from here, we can short it from up here. So that would be about it at this point. So I think it's quite a good trade setup at the moment. I mean, I can't see inside the gap here, but I would assume that the 5-wave structure will be in here. You could get caught out with a double situation here where it drops down here and then starts to move back up here. And if that's the case, what you need to do is you need to wait. So you wait for the first high with a stop loss, wait for the first high to come back above the level, and then the second one here. And then you put the stop on the second one. Otherwise the market can drift up to there at that point. And US copper. So with US copper here, it started, I mean, this is wave 4, and then got wave 5 of 3 here, and then I was looking for wave 4 to come back into the box here. So it's doing all the right things. It's a bit like gold really. So we just really want to wait for this to finish. So we have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this wave 3 may or may not be in place just yet. I haven't pulled apart this little move in here. There may be another little high here. Not that it matters. And then we're looking for wave 4 and 5 in here for this. So this is where we are at the moment with this. We still need wave 4. And we still need wave 5 here. Now anything past this and we can turn bullish at this point, and then we could also turn bullish on gold at that point too. But this is why I think we just need to wait out. I'm not sure if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, or that's a third wave and we've still got a bit more to go up here. But in one way or another we have to wait for this and this to play out, and then we can look to go long above that, or we'll look for a short trade for the 5th wave to the downside. So it's not set up just yet. You can't go long, can't go short, you can't do anything except observe it, and we'll just continue to do just that until it falls into place. We need to allow the market to come to us rather than us chasing it down the street. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.